What's up guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 Forsaken weapon review video. Today I'll be going over an exotic shotgun that came in Forsaken. It is the Lord of Wolves. This was previously in Destiny 1 as well, but there have been some changes. So on how to obtain, this is an RNG drop from the Spider Wanted bounty, so go complete them to your heart's desire until you can get this thing. Going over the perks, so it comes with Shrapnel Launcher, fires a powerful short-range burst of solar damage. Next we have Chamber Compensator, Extended Mag, and then we have Release the Wolves. Defeating an enemy doubles the number of projectiles per burst for a short period of time, and then we have Composite Stock. Going over summary, my thoughts on the perk. So Shrapnel Launcher, right? So this perk means that it fires a 5-round burst of shrapnel, aka buckshot, at a decent range. It can shoot pretty far for a shotgun, like it's pretty impressive how far it can hit, and has the ability to hit precision damage as well, which is pretty entertaining in my opinion. Next up, Release the Wolves. After getting a kill, it goes from a 5 to a 10 round burst fire for about 6 to 7 seconds. Apparently when this perk is active, you also get a 30% damage buff that's not in the description. Error tested it out. If you want to go check out his video on it, like, it proves that it does. So also just a forewarning, when you reload while Release the Wolves is active, it cancels out the perk, so just keep that in mind. Going over PvE and the PvE side of Gambit, it performs alright. One of the downsides right off the bat is that the Shotgun Reserves perk doesn't work on it, so you can only hold around 120 rounds versus other shotguns. Plus, with Release the Wolves firing 10 shots instead of 5 shots, you can go through ammo pretty quickly, which is sad. Those are like the main two downfalls on it. It can clear up smaller tier ads very quickly, but I would use it to take down majors and do boss DPS. Think about it. Once you get Release the Wolves active, you get that 30% damage buff and 10 round burst. You can easily drop majors and do way more DPS to a boss. Like I've seen Glad and Sweatsickle, they dropped Argos with this thing, they dropped Callus with this thing. I don't think they've done Riven yet, but still, the amount of DPS this thing can pump out is pretty insane. I don't know if it could compare to the EP Shouty. I'm pretty sure Arrow, again, he did testing with it, but it will do great DPS in general. I would say the same for Gambit with all those things I just previously mentioned. Get Release the Wolves active to take down those majors and blockers, potentially even do some boss DPS once you get your Primeval Slayer up, but still, like, again, the only downfall is you can only hold a certain amount of rounds, and you could waste your ammo very quickly if you're not paying attention. Going over Crucible in the PvP side of Gambit, this is where it can be more effective. Yes, it is a shotgun, but it can definitely hit farther than any other shotgun I've seen. It's almost a mix between a shotgun and a fusion rifle, just because of the burst action that it has and how far it can hit. So, don't want to class it as one, but if you use it, you'll understand what I mean. So, you can't really use it to rush opponents, like with the Dustrock Blues, a Parcel Stardust, or Mindbender's Ambition. You must be a little more methodical with how you go about using this weapon. It's made to be used slightly out of normal shotgun range, I should say. So make sure there's some distance between you and your opponent, right? One of the downfalls, again, is when Release the Wolves is active, you can potentially waste ammo, but you get that damage buff, which is good for dropping those enemies a little bit quicker, especially if people are rushing you. It gets a tiny bit annoying, if you know what I mean. But this thing is pretty entertaining to say the least. One thing I did notice is that you can drop people in their supers very easily. I don't know why that happens, but it is pretty freaking entertaining. Like I should have a clip in here where I dropped the Spectral Blades. It was pretty fun. In Gambit, again, it won't be as useful because most of your engagements are at a distance, right? Unless you can close the gap without getting noticed, you're most likely going to get dropped by those opponents. But if you can get up close and they're not paying attention, by all means, go in there and just shred them down, because this thing can shred through enemy guardians very, very easily. I don't suggest using it as a shotgun rushing thing. I've tried, and it doesn't really work like that. You can't get super up their butt and then pull the trigger and expect it to kill them like you would with any other buckshot shotgun. You kind of have to play it at a little bit of a distance away from those guys a little bit, because again, it's a 5-round burst. If all 5 rounds would shoot at once, then it would just be a normal buckshot shotgun, but it's not. So there's definitely a little bit of a skill gap, and it's definitely a different dynamic when it comes to using this thing in the Crucible. Going over some useful exotics and perks, I can't think of any relevant exotics that will help you out tremendously. Maybe for like, well, obviously for PvE, Lunafaction boots, like you definitely want to do that with Wall of Radiance, especially if you're trying to do boss DPS and stuff like that. That'll help you out a lot. But any shotgun perks like Dexterity, Unflinching, Scavenger, and Pump Action will help out your gameplay a lot. Just going over my final thoughts, overall, it's definitely an interesting weapon. Definitely has a skill gap versus those other shotguns. I'm not saying it's like crazy good or crazy bad. it definitely fits right there in the middle just because of how, just because of the archetype it is in, technically speaking. Like, it's not a normal shotgun, but it's also not a fusion rifle. So you definitely, again, there definitely is a skill gap, and if you do want to use it, it can perform well if used properly. Now that we're at the end of the video, there's 3 things that I'd like to tell you guys. So number 1, if you're looking to join a clan on Xbox, PS4, or PC, the D1 Fire Team, which is the clan that I run, is looking for active players who want to grind the endgame content, knock out some triumphs, etc., etc. If you and your clan want the benefits of a bigger clan, you can apply to join with the link in the description. It'll say clan link. We'll review your account essentially, and we'll see if you'll fit into the clan. And if you have any questions, you can send me a message on any of my social media links below as well. If you're in a small clan with your friends and like you want, again, the benefits of a bigger clan, you can come right on over. Number 2, if you want to help support me, there'll be a link below, say best way to support me. That'll take you to a 4-minute video. If you want to go check that out, that'd be awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell next to subscribe. Share this video, and then comment what y'all want to see below. Third thing, if you want to join the Discord, there are no requirements to join. Plus, we're looking for people who actually have moderator experience to take over the Discord. Like, I'm more of a player, not a manager, so if you like doing that stuff, awesome. We have some text chats, obviously, about Destiny 2 Forsaken and some other upcoming games like Division 2 and Anthem. Plus, we have some voice chats as well. I know for myself, I'm on Xbox, so I can talk to everyone on there. But if you're on PS4 or PC and want to chat, Discord is going to be the best way to do that. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.